I'm looking at my screen, testing my microphone. I didn't see it. Okay, I think, oh man, I went all that time and I don't even know if I was broadcasting. Let me see. Let me go to the chat, man. Does anybody say, okay? Hey, if anybody can hear me, type a one. Am I broadcasting even? I seen I looked at the screen and I didn't see my microphone. Testing 1 2. Is there anybody can anybody hear me? Type a one if you can hear me. Am I broadcasting? I see that Trissa or Tabitha said, I don't know if it's my connection, but there's no volume. Can you hear me now? I'm in the chat now. I looked at my screen, my mic wasn't on. My mic wasn't showing. Testing, testing. Can anybody hear this? Type one if you can hear. If not, then I'm just assume that I'm broadcasting. I'm looking at my screen. I see the mic now. So if anybody come in and you hear me and I'm broadcasting, type a one. I'm gonna just keep going. So she was really just one in a million. She was really, just one in a million. Talking with the lady, the nurse, nice as she could be, high spiritual grade, I would say. But when it came to the creator, I think that's one reason I couldn't make it in the world. I'm trying to turn my fan on here. If there's something close, if it's something that important, I don't play by the world's rules. I mean, except to, be civil and act right in public. But when it comes to those private type of things like spirituality and the politics part, she said, I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about spiritual things. I said, okay, it's cool. I understand. I can dig it. I said to myself, but if it were me and I was carrying the light, I don't care where I am. I ain't going to let nobody silence. I mean, I talk a lot about how we live in a reality that's it's not really conducive for the light. It lets you know, it's one way it lets you know that we live in a situation where the false gods have gained power and control over the world, at least in America, in the sense that they will not let you talk about, they set up the kingdom of America to shut out the light so that when people are allowed to wear crosses and stuff like that. But I had to admit, man, I just shook my head at that nurse, that lady, because when you shut out the light like that, it could be your only opportunity to hear it. Nice lady, real outgoing and everything, but there are things that the creator is sharing that we need to know. We need to know. And, real smart, the doctor and everything. And you would think that they would be able, I mean, that's one thing that we got to struggle with as faithists. One thing that we got to struggle with is the logic, the simplicity of the OAHSPE, and the lack of people who will subscribe to it, meaning they will immediately subscribe to it, meaning live in it, walk in it, and share it, and all that good stuff. That's one of the things, that's one of the stumbling blocks that a faithist has to deal with. The simplicity, the logic, man, of the creator is so irrefutable. And because there's no spiritual foundation in the world, people have no fear. Their foundation that they have is built on sand. It's Christianity, it's religion, it's atheism, it's self-worship, and those are the foundations of the world. And they're easily and the newest revelation and the opening of the libraries of heaven. Where we live it's the most amazing thing you ever seen in your life. That doctor said, oh no, I don't talk about religion and I don't talk about politics. And I just couldn't help but think, man, that probably was your last opportunity to hear the light. That's probably your last opportunity right there. Because I ain't gonna say anything. As soon as you said it, I said, oh, okay, yep, you're right. When you're at work, no talk, no religion, no spirituality. I get it. But that's the setup of the world. That is the world we live in, man. And I see it. I mean, people, you never learn till it's too late, man. Here's a doctor, man. And people never learn. They never learn till it's too late, man. I just imagine what they say when they realize, you know what, I was on the earth and I had a chance for the light to come into it. I remember that time. That dude, he talked to me about it. That lady, that sister, she talked to me about it. I took care of my earthly self. I took care of my carnal self. You know what I'm saying? It's the same old story. I got a long study, man, so I might as well get to it right away, man. I think it's going to really be I think it's going to be great. Now, like I was saying, meditating last night and thinking about what I want to share on video, the thing that came to my mind was it's like the inspiration said, why don't you talk about the No Kings rally? That's a sign of the Creator. The No Kings rally. Why don't you talk about that? People will like to hear that. And so I agree. Now, the original video that I was going to do was the rain fell and the winds blew, and I'm still do that. But included in that, I'm going to talk about the No Kings rally. There are some protests, if you want to call them that. No Kings rally, they call them No Kings rally. That's from the Creator. That is from the Creator. Now I'm trying to think, is that like a separate study I did, or is it, let me go through this real quick. Let me see if I included that in this study here. This study here is the purpose of trials. This is the purpose of trials. But I also have the study on the No Kings rally. You're going to like this one I got on trials. But I want to go to let me see if I can find the No Kings study. The No Kings, where did I put that study? Oh, you know what? I think I put it in the room on my Facebook. I think I put it in the room on Facebook. So let me go to that. Share a little bit from that. The recent No Kings rally. Have you, brother, heard about that? Where people are getting tired, man. People are getting tired of what they see in leadership, in government. That's a sign from the Creator. Let me see if I put it in my Facebook room. The No Kings rally. I can't find it. So what did I do with it? There's yet another study. All right. Well, let's look for it then. Let's bring up what the Creator had to say about the No Kings rally. I'm looking for this. Bear with me. This has got to stop, man. These studies, they just disappear. all of a sudden. I set aside that study and poof, just like the other, okay, look, okay, here we go right here. All right, nope, that's not it either. Up, here we go. Found it. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you. Man, but this got to stop though. All this losing these studies. All right, let me share the screen and we will talk a little bit about this, the No Kings rally. And it lets you know that there's a change, that the Cosmic era is taking shape. It's taking shape. The No Kings rally, I never really thought about it, man, until, oh, shoot. And look at that. I lost it again. How do you like that? Let me get it back. I never really thought about it until last night. And you know something funny? Yesterday or Tuesday when I did the video, let me see. Now I can't find it again, man. This is amazing. You know, we had all kind of technical difficulties, you brethren who were in the room. And it happened, as it turned out, it was my fault because I had the sound going to my earplugs and I had not turned them off. So we had all kinds of problems, right? And I closed the video, I shut the video down, and then the inspiration told me to turn off my earplugs. The doctor came back on. That was the problem. And we did the little video that you can see on my channel. And I thought to myself, you know what? It seems like there's a spiritual element here at work, man. Everybody got cleared out of the room, out of the channel before before Dr. Kendall got to talking. And it's like the spirit said, if we can't stop him from sharing with Dr. Kendall or Dr. Kendall sharing, let's at least get everybody to leave. And so we had all those technical difficulties. I had the doctor, he was calling me, somebody from, you know, the home care lady was calling me all at once, and then these technical difficulties, and it hit me all at once. So that I couldn't think straight to try to find what the problem was. Everything was going on all at once. And I just mentioned that because there's a spiritual element, you know, it goes on in people's life. And I think that they are so inconsequential to people that they don't think twice about it. But I'm willing to bet you that things happen in people's life that keep them from the light. Distractions, things to occupy people's mind to keep them from the light. I am convinced that there is a real spiritual struggle, man, a spiritual element doing battle with faithists while we are on the earth to lower our spiritual grade, to get us to turn to our own, you know, our own understanding, to get us to react, to lash out, to the fruits of the flesh. I'm convinced with all my heart, man. And then when you learn that, that's where that peace, that understanding, that endurance comes in. When you learn your opponent, man, when you learn your enemy. Anyway, here's the study right here. Now this is from, let's see. This is an AI study. This is an AI study. And let me make sure that it's going to be, let's make sure that I want to set it up correctly here. So let's get it set up. Okay, got it. Now, this is the No King study. And they had a couple of them this year, and I think last year. It's a big deal, man. And it's a sign, if you're trying to be sensitive to the spiritual, you know, then you're going to pick up on stuff like this. things going on in the world that let faithists know, yeah, it's really true. There's a change, there's a transition coming to the world. There's really a transition. The only problem is it can be so subtle and it can be global at the same time, but it's subtle to, if you're dull, kind of spiritually not alert. Listen to what it said. This is a study I did on the No Kings Rally, man. The No Kings Rally. The No Kings Rally. For those of you who don't know, why don't I show you a little bit about the No Kings Rally? What is the No Kings Rally? And let me just show you how large it is. Look at this, man. Look at these people. And this was going on all across America at the same time. Look at that, man. You know, this is just one city. This was going on all over America at the same time. Rallies this big. That's letting you know the Spirit is sweeping the world. The Creator is bringing about a change of structure. He's bringing about a change of governance. He's bringing about the planting the seeds for the end of the kingdom of man and the beginning of the kingdom of the Creator. And this is just one of those things. Yes, the No Kings rallies, meaning large-scale decentralized protests against perceived authoritarianism or kingship and leadership, align thematically with key teachings in OAHSPE about the Cosmic era, where we are right now. Cosmic era. Cosmic era. What is it about? In the book of ES, meaning the book of Spirit, daughter of Jehovah, especially chapter 1, Jehovah describes the shift in the cosmic. Look at that. The shift into the cosmic. No more earthly kings, saviors, or hierarchical rulers imposed from above. In previous cycles, Jehovah sent saviors, commanding gods, or leaders. But now, in the cosmic era, there are no earthly leaders or worshipful gods dictating to man. When I get into the study on trials, when I get to that study, it's going to give, the Creator's given me a good example of the difference between the Creator and false gods used in the Bible. It says, instead, individuals connect directly to Jehovah through personal understanding, good works, and inner light. The No Kings Rally, it harmonizes with the OAHSPE because it stands for the rejection of tyranny and bondage. It stands for the rejection of tyranny and bondage. Kingdoms, nations, and empires that rely on rigid laws, standing armies, and kings are contrasted with the strength of those who have no kings or armies, but live in faith, harmony, and openness. Alas, they are weak. They have neither kings nor armies, nor rigid laws. Yet these prove strongest. It's a quote in the OAHSPE. The No Kings Rally, it stands for brotherhood, openness, and anti-exclusivity, meaning including everybody. Inclusion, not exclusion. It says nations and peoples must throw open ports, lands, reject caste systems, rich, poor, middle class, and embrace universal brotherhood. Isolation or dominion leads to spiritual darkness. Liberality and harmony bring light and prosperity. See, the No Kings Rally, it stands for all this. Now, they don't really stand for this, self-salvation through action. That's just the OAHSPE saying that is going to turn to people to save themselves, not through any intermediary, not through any church, not through any priest or so on and so forth. Self salvation through action. Man, right? It's that. I mean, think about it, man. It's the same way in the earth. They tell you to lift yourself up by your bootstraps in the earth, meaning you take the bull by the horns and lift yourself up, man. That principle is in the world. That principle is in the world. Lift yourselves up by your own bootstraps. Won't people say that to you? Why don't you get a job? Why don't you be responsible for yourself? Why can't the creator say it? You know what I mean? People don't let the creator say it. He's not allowed to say it. Self-salvation through action. Man rises in majesty. He saves himself through righteous deeds rather than depending on external saviors or rulers. Prayer becomes personal action and service to others. And then other sections reinforce living in colonies without kings or rulers, serving Jehovah directly through community and good works. Do you know the Bible, even the same principles in the Bible? Did y'all know that? You remember that phrase where it says, go to the ant, thou sluggard? Something like that. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. King James Version. I'm trying to bring it up. That principle is talking about personal responsibility. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. King James Version. See, can't get it right. Proverbs 6:6. That's a principle in the Bible. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. The ant, if you've ever seen them ant hills that they build, man, that's something. That's a little feat of wonder. The way they can build them little ant hills and put them little pebbles that are heavier than them in place. That's what the principle is behind go to the ant, thou sluggard, and be wise, having no guide, overseer, or ruler. Then why can't people be the same? We could be this. We don't need no kings or rulers. Where do we get that from? Well, the creator, he authorized it in the prior cycles. He authorized it because we were just learning to grow and stand up and live amongst one another. And he allowed that governing structure for a while. But now we in the cosmic era. And he telling us, okay, I brought you, raised you up. Now you saved, you know enough. You know the little voice inside you that wants to do right. I've opened the libraries of heaven where you could see what's good. Take advantage of that natural desire to do and say what is right. And that's when you will find me. You read the light, the OAHSPE, it gives you like a template. You follow that template. You flavor it any way you want to flavor it. You don't have to give up your personality, your character. And then you got you found the resurrection. Now you walking on the road to the resurrection. It's that time. We graduated. It's time for us to fly now, spiritually. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. I will admit that's one of the beauties of the Bible, the way the Creator uses it. He let it, even though he says it's only a partial revelation, but the way he's really opening it up now and exposing the true meaning behind it and how he is able to withhold light for all this time. And the only negative is that people, they get addicted to tradition. They can't break it. They can't let it go. How the No Kings rallies harmonize with the OAHSPE. Rejection of kingship. Rejection of kingship, man. You know, it mirrors OAHSPE's call to move beyond authoritarian hierarchies, false gods, and tyrannical leadership into an era of direct personal responsibility and collective harmony. Mass decentralized action echoes the cosmic emphasis on observable righteousness, brotherhood across divides, and people rising through their own efforts rather than waiting for top down saviors. See, man, this current structure we live in, they would love it if we keep handing power over to them. Because there are people in the world who are ambitious. That means they seek power and rulership, man. They have drive. And usually that means enslaving your brother, even to the point like right now, what we have going on right now. You know, we have a president who is willing to enrich him and his family, and even to the affliction, even to the detriment of a whole country of people, poor people. That's what we are under right now. It's been that way for a while. No kings, man. No kings. People are fed up. They are tired, man. They want really the creator and they don't know it. Nonviolent resistance and community. Nonviolence and resistance and community focus, as emphasized by organizers, aligns with faith's principles of peace, non-resistance to evil and spirit, building on the rock amid trials, trying to, okay, so it's referencing an earlier study on trials. In cosmic cycles of aging, wars grasping give way to light as people align with higher law. Protests against concentrated power can be seen as a symptom of this quickening. You see that? What's going on right now? Exposing old structures so new, freer foundations emerge. See, the people, they want to be free, man. You know, the spirit of freedom. When you see these type of protests, the spirit of the creator, man, which is thirst for righteousness and brotherhood of man, that's heavy in the world right now, especially in America. That is heavy in America. With the internet, see, when we didn't have the internet, we was in the dark, and the powers that be, they loved it like that. They loved it, man, when you could do your evil in the dark. Don't nobody know about it. And then the creator, he gave the knowledge, the technological advancement of the World Wide Web, and people were able to connect instantly and get information about how it was going in their country and seeing the same thing about the corruption going on and the people ruling over them. It's worldwide, you know, especially in this country. In this country, because we're morally weak in the sense that if you have money, you can buy somebody's allegiance. You can buy their character. You can buy their dignity. OAHSPE warns that such transitions, No King's Rally, Cosmic Era, OAHSPE warns that such transitions involve tests, trials of love, and misfortune. And true progress comes from virtue, not mere opposition, meaning it's better to reform yourself than to always rise up against and fighting the power. It's better to reform yourself, man. That's what the Creator He's calling us to do. Reform yourself. The world got it backwards. They think I got to change the world and then I'll change myself. It's backwards, man. You know, we make a covenant with the Creator to build up the Creator within us, and then the world will follow. See, like this channel here, you know, it's very inconsequential, you know, but I know the game plan. I know that the Creator and other ministries, faithless ministries, are going to be preeminent in the world. I know I sound kooky. I sound crazy. I understand that. I know that the one message the world needs in the world today is hope. They may not see it when you look at them in public, but on the inside, I know the Creator has given me the understanding that the world needs hope. They need hope, and they cannot find it. They need hope. They need hope. Hope. You can see the impact of the weight of the reality. I mean, you know, with the economical situation going on, you can see it in people. You can see it in their actions. You know, people's tolerance is only skin deep, man, in the world today. You know, it's only skin deep, right? Skin deep, man, especially in America. It's only skin deep, man. You know, on edge, only a little bit will trigger someone, you know, only a little bit of inconvenience will trigger someone. And given the understanding that the Creator has given faiths about the spirit of man, you do not want to feed that spirit of the world, because it only takes a little bit to set the spirit off in people for evil and not good. You know what I mean? OAHSPE warns that such transitions to cosmic era, it involve tests, trials of love and misfortune. And true progress comes from virtue. It comes from virtue. True progress, making a resurrection, doing battle with yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, not from rising up and talking about, you know, let's get the man, you know, it's not from mere opposition. It predicts conceited denial of Jehovah alongside signs, wonders, and a return to direct Creator connection. And that's so foreign. It's so foreign to people. It's so foreign to people. But it's saying here, it predicts conceited denial, saying that the Creator, He predicts that even with the rise in like the No Kings rally, it's still, people still are going to, let me read it again. It says it is OAHSPE predicts conceited denial of Jehovah alongside signs, wonders, and a return to direct Creator. Meaning, even with signs and wonders, man, you know, it's still hard to break a man and get him to come into the light. Remember, we read that in the OAHSPE? Even though a person sees the gates of hell opening up before them, they'll do things like still run for public office. That verse is talking about public office. even though they know it's going to be a test of their character that they probably cannot overcome, and opening up the gates of hell, because it's going to, a whole world opens up that appeals to your flesh, which you probably will not be able to overcome. People, even though they see that, they will still choose to go down that path. And I was thinking earlier today, man, you can't really, I talk about President Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu and other people who are obviously under Drugian influence. But when you think about it, you can't hate them. You just can't, man. You see their condition. You just cannot hate them, man, and come, get mad or angry. I mean, you might get angry, you know what I mean? But when you realize somebody is not themselves, when they are under the influence of something else, it ain't no use getting upset with them, you know? It's just sad. You know that the creator, the sad thing is they don't know the correction that they have to undergo. See, the world, that's the whole thing, man. So anyway, that's the study on the No Kings rally. Time for the study on trials, man. This is going to be a really good study, man. I'm going to get to Deuteronomy 28. You're going to love it, man. You're going to love it, man. It's a clear example of the difference between the creator and the Bible. It's the clearest example I've seen yet. So let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. The study on trials. Now, I changed the original video to, the original video was the rain fell and the winds blew. The rain fell and the winds blew, man. Okay, now 1 second. Let me bring it up. I don't have it up on screen yet. The rain fell and the winds blew, man. And then I got the inspiration. No. Just do a video on the No Kings first, and then do it on trials. All right, so let me bring it up. Trials. Everybody should be able to identify with trials, man, but only faithists really know the purpose of them and what the creator has to say about them. Trials. I mean, this is study, you brethren, you already know, you know what I mean? You brethren know these things. I'm just going to try to add a little flavor to it when I get into what the Bible, like trials, and like, who is the source? Who is I think I could say this, the source of trials? I mean, we could say tetrax, and I wouldn't fight. I wouldn't disagree with you. Tetrax, low vibrations that the creator allows to test us. So here's a study on trials. The rain fell and the winds blew. Now, I'm trying to pour my soda, spilling all over the place. Now, what I should do, before we look at this, let's look at the account. How about that? Let's look at the account in the Bible. So let me get that off the screen. And let's look at the account in the Bible. Let's read the account before we get into the study. Y'all remember that account in the Bible? Let me bring it up. The rain fell and the winds blew, but that house did not fall because it was founded on a rock. King James Version. All right, Matthew 7:25. We all know this. And it's beautiful the way this is. The picture of life is all over the Bible, man. It's everywhere. All we want to know about our reality. Everything we want to know, man, to give us strength to overcome the earth, the pull of the earth. Everything we need, man. It's in, and now we got even more with the OAHSPE. We got even more, man. Look what it says. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? So here we see the context is Judgment Day. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name we cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken them to a wise man, which built this house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and fell not, for it was founded on the rock. Now you translate that. It's talking about the OAHSPE. It's talking about the OAHSPE. It's talking to faithists who build their house on the Creator, who is the rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built this house upon the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew. That's the trials of life, man. The unpaid bill, the eviction notice, the automotive mechanic shop, the IRS, you know, the red light ticket. It beat upon that house and it fell, meaning the person who was under this couldn't handle it. And great was the fall of it. Great was the fall of it. So that's the backdrop. So now we can look at the study. Now we can go to the study. So we got the backdrop. Well, let's look at the study now. The trials, the winds blew, the rain fell. The rain fell, the winds blew. According to OAHSPE, mental breakdowns. Mental breakdowns, man. Mental breakdowns. According to OAHSPE, mental breakdowns, often described as insanity, madness, derangement, lunacy, or obsession. Look at this. Check this out. Primarily result from spiritual causes rather than purely physical or psychological ones. Spiritual causes, man. Primarily mental breakdowns primarily result from spiritual causes. Now wait till you see what I show you in Deuteronomy, and it's going to connect with this. These stem from interactions between the mortal mind and the unseen spiritual realms, governed by Vortexian laws, personal grade, and alignment or misalignment with Jehovah's divine order. Let me do a little editing while I'm doing this study here. Primary cause, obsession by Druges. Faithists know who Druges are. Those are low-grade spirits that have not made the resurrection. And they are here and able to influence people on the earth. Primary cause, mental breakdowns. Primary cause, obsession by Druges. Lower bound spirits. The most common explanation is obsession. Lower grade spirits, Druges, attaching to or influencing a person's mind and body. Druges are earthbound or hell-bound angels who have not risen in resurrection. They seek to satisfy their own unresolved desires. Lust, power, revenge, through mortals. And, a little, when you look at the earth and you want to get a little peek into how we can be influenced, just think about a man when he's attracted to a woman, you know, or vice versa. There's a spiritual element at work there. It's the same way in the spiritual. They telling us, it's just that we here on the earth, and sometimes things that we see, they influence us. The creator saying it's the same way in the spiritual. There are Druges who are here on the earth, and they are able to move you, to take advantage of your free will. It's up to us to choose life. It's up to us to choose life, because the creator don't violate our free will. He won't violate it, man. That's the seriousness of our reality, When holy, high-grade angels withdraw from a person or family, often because of unrighteousness, self-seeking, or rejecting Jehovah's new kingdom, Drew just filled the vacuum. Y'all remember that story in the Bible? About the unclean spirit when it passes out of a man? If the unclean spirit, remember that? I forget where it's at. It says when he passes out of the man, he seeketh dry places. He seeketh dry places. He wandereth through dry places, seeking rest, and then findeth none. He come back to the house, to the spirit where he left, and then look, he finding it swept and garnished. Meaning, there are people in the earth, man, who decide they pick themselves up and say, "I'm gonna stop drinking," and they do it, and they go on for a couple of years, but they don't fill it with the light, or anything to take the place. And the scripture says, when that spirit comes back, he findeth that house swept and garnished, meaning the spirit. And then check it out. He goes and gets 7 more spirits, right? And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Spiritual reality. So on the earth, you can see the same principle in the spiritual, man. The creator give us the earth to show us, yep, this same thing is going on. You might not see the influence behind that thought or this or that, but it's the same principle at work. When you're out there on the street or something, you see something, you want something, you see it, you want it because you influence whatever you saw. It influenced you. Same way in the spirit. You don't have to see it in order to be influenced, what he's saying, And when high, holy, great angels withdraw from a person or family, often because of unrighteousness, self-seeking, or rejecting Jehovah's new kingdom, here come the Druges, man. Here they come. To the family that doesn't have a foundation, here come those Druges, man. They find that home swept and garnished, and then they go out and get 7 more spirits, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. This leads to division in families, secret convictions, boasting, short-sighted wisdom, eventual derangement called lunacy. When the Druges enter in, and it's not the case 100%, so we thank the creator for that, man. But it happens enough in our reality that it's a problem. Some of us probably know people under this situation, It's a problem, man. It's a problem, man, when anyone, This leads to division in families, secret convictions, boasting, short-sighted wisdom, eventual derangement called lunacy in the text. Druges divide people against father, against daughter, against mother, and torment them. In extreme cases, during AG, remember we talked about that, AG? The fall of hard times, let's say. AG is a denseness on the earth that it's like a denseness that pulls people down spiritually and makes them if they are of a lower grade, it amplifies their lower grade behavior, denseness, ag, gia, danha, time of light. They really are all, ag and gia, they're like amplifiers. These times, these conditions that come on the earth, if you're high grade, you're going to react a certain way. If you're lower grade, you're going to react a certain way. It's just with even more emphasis. If you're higher grade, you will act with even more light. Lower grade, you will react with even less light. In extreme cases during AG, which means darkness or hellish upheavals, masses of druges cause widespread madness, knots, tangled bindings of spirits, chaotic torment. See? Contributing factors of trials, low personal or collective grade. People below a certain spiritual grade, especially under AG cycles of density, war, and grasping, people below a certain spiritual grade, especially under AG cycles of density and war and grasping, are more vulnerable. Higher grade faithists resist or redirect these influences into advancement. They put them down, they put them away. I like what Brother Maccabee said one time. I love what he said. He said he was talking about thoughts and the importance of putting them down. And he would come under attack. And he would just say something like, hey, I didn't authorize that thought, like he was talking to himself. So I adopted that attitude. That's how we're supposed to fight. Hey, how'd that thought get in here? Where'd that come from? I didn't authorize that. I liked it that. I didn't authorize that. Faithists are supposed, they're called to take control over their spirit and influences. I like to authorize my ashars to take influence over me in all righteousness. Now, that sounds kooky to the world. You're better off not saying stuff like that to the world, But I think that there's an effect. I haven't talked about that Thursday Brothers Room, Robert Baer, yet. The link is in the video description, where they believe in that too. They believe in using their voice to speak, man, to speak their intentions in the world. I agree. I agree with that, man. See, the Creator, he's just showing us the power that we have, that we don't know about. He called us co-creators, That's why he tell us things like, start imagining where you're going to live in the spiritual, where you're going to land, what you want it to be like, where the people that you want to be there. He tell us all the time, man, use your mind, use your mind, use your mind, use your mind. It's almost like he's saying, look, I'm the creator. I created you. I'm part of you. What you create only comes out of my storehouse. What you create, it come out of my storehouse, man. You just have to imagine it. Imagine it and have faith, man, that you're on the road to achieving what is in your heart towards the good and righteous. Provided that we like to align ourselves with the will of the Creator. That's the key to the kingdom, man. Align ourselves with the will of the Creator, and brother, you are home free. The whole world want that, and they don't even know it. The whole world. I broke down and watched a movie last night. I thought it was going to be like a movie like Wall Street, right? And I don't watch TV or movies anymore. I broke down and went on ahead and bought one. It sounded like it was going to be right up my alley. I like, if I watch anything, it has to be like financial drama like Wall Street or Margin Call or, those type of movies. And so I went and got it. And it was nothing but a Beast Kingdom movie. It was all about flesh and materialism. And it made me mad because I had to spend $4 to get it. Called Uncut Gems. And I thought it was going to expose the corruption behind diamond mining. And they threw a little shade at the beginning of the movie. And then the rest of it was about Beast Kingdom corruption. And I don't like for things to get to me like that, but it's the reason why I have no problem separating from the entertainment of the world. It was all about materialism and flesh, materialism and flesh, man. Get rich, get money, get rich. Get money, get rich, get money. That's all it was about, It'll make a faith. It'll just, if anything, it encouraged me to never make that mistake again. The Creator, he take the taste of the world, he just take it out of your mouth completely, man, where you just don't even want to see that stuff, man. Materialism, vanity, the selfishness, power hungry. Contributing factors to trials: low personal or collective grade. People below a certain spiritual grade, especially under AG cycles of density, which means war and grasping, are more vulnerable. Higher grade faith is resist or redirect these influences into advancement. Unrighteous living, another trigger for trials. Unrighteous living, trigger for trials. And Creator, he sends this stuff so that hopefully you might turn. Some people, they do, AG, it has an effect on them where they do turn. They turn to the light, man. Like, man, every time I turn around, things is going wrong. I got to look for God, man. The Creator, if he did not sin, if this stuff was never part of our reality, do you think we would care about the Creator or light or spirituality or anything? You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't care not one bit, man. Another trigger for trials: unrighteous living, selfishness, flesh eating, impurity, seeking spirits for money, fame, earthly gain, or rejecting light. All open doors to druges. Holy angels withdraw, leaving the person exposed. Cosmic vortexian conditions, another trigger for trials. Cosmic vortexian conditions. Periods of AG, dense spiritual atmosphere, or events like comet fallout, amplified chaos. Now, this is interesting right here. I don't know a whole full 100% about cosmic vortexian conditions, but it mentions dense spiritual atmosphere or events like comet fallout. Now, the OAHSPE, I know it gives an account about how it says something like the Creator sent a comet and it entered Earth's atmosphere and it broke apart in Earth's atmosphere and it brought about a time of darkness, AG. And it amplifies chaos and hells and spiritual interference on Earth and its heavens. So a comet, a material thing. And I come to find out that material matter can block light, ethereal substance, light, spiritual, the OAHSPE, Etherians, light, they're sensitive to eth. Eth is substance. It's very rare and purified substance. So when you get down to us, We live in a very dense place, like really heavy. But the lighter the atmosphere, the ability for a spirit to rise. If my spirit, if it is not filled with the densities of the earth. Now, I'm trying to explain, man. I'm trying to give a picture of things that are hard to explain. Spirituality, ETH, the creator, the OAHSPE, he talks about ETH, atmosphere. It's a atmosphere that, like the Ethereans, they live in the purest form of that stuff. It's like atmosphere, rare air, you might call it, only the highest thoughts, man, the highest good of anything, eat, man. It's like when you breathe it, it's like it produces 100% righteousness. But the more you get, you descend into the lower heavens and the earth, the ETH becomes heavy. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I understand it. It's like we breathe it, and it's polluted, and it works on our influences depending on our grade. Cosmic vortexian conditions, periods of AG, dense spiritual atmosphere. AG is a dense spiritual atmosphere, or events like a comet fallout. It amplifies chaos, hells, and spiritual interference on earth because it blocks the ETH. It blocks the ETH. See, it's like we believe in the OAHSPE, man. That's light. That's light, man. We need that light to be influenced, man. So we can constantly resurrect. We can rise. We need that light, man. If anything blocks that light, then that will affect our spirituality. See, we don't want the light to be blocked either by what we say or what we do. We don't want that download of light to be interfered with. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, man. And even events where it involves matter, a comet is matter. Physical matter can interfere with spiritual light. I don't understand that. You see what I mean? Cosmic vortexian conditions, these are things that can trigger trials. When we lack information, we're subject to trials in the sense of, some misunderstanding on our part or anything. You know what I mean? We need the pipeline not to be unclogged of light. Faith do. And there are physical things that can happen in the heavens that affect the lower heavens and affect the earth, that affect our light. I don't understand it 100%. I do, but I don't. Periods of aging, dense spiritual atmosphere, or events like a comet fallout, amplified chaos, hell. See, right now we are in a time on the earth where there is a lot of chaos, there's a lot of hells, and we're reading where there is a spiritual interference because the light, even though we talked about the No Kings protest, that means that the light, see, remember in the 60s, the summer of love, and the OAHSPE, he talked about that, and talking about the cycles of Danha periods, times of light, and for how long, and in the 60s they had a period called the summer of love. All right, that was like a time of light. It might have been what's a good word for, it wasn't 100%, it was the hippie free love. That's how it expressed itself. People were expressing their spirituality in a way. It was kind of corrupt because, there was drug use, promotion of, free love, and, You could see the spirituality in it, but you could see the corruption in it too. The summer of love, you know, it was a time of light falling, though. People spirit their spirits expressing the desire to be free spiritually. And here we read when cosmic and vortexing conditions are right, it can produce when it's a time of AG, like there are wars and stuff like that. The if the cosmic vortexian condition is a time of AG, it's going to produce war and fighting and bloodshed and that sort of thing. When it's a time of light, interference, there is the light will fall, but there's an interference that prevents a full understanding, I'll say, according to my highest understanding. The light is like it falls and it affects their actions, and sometimes for what someone would say is good, but it's not the same as AG, where the lower grades start warring and fighting. And so cosmic vortexian conditions trigger trials depending on the grade of people. If it's a time of AG, then it's going to amplify lower behavior. And that's where we are right now. We're in a time where there's wars, there's a lot of bloodshed, there's a lot of killing of children, there's a lot of immorality, and it's been going on for a while. For a time we had GIA, COVID and other diseases, and now we have these wars. We have the time of chaos. It lets us know that we're in the time of AG right now. So it's bringing a lot of trials on people. And there are more, I'm sorry to say, but next, from this time going forward, man, it's like the fire may be dying down, but then the smoke is left. And that means that residual consequences from what's going on right now, we got to deal with that. We got to suffer that. The residual consequences of what's happening right now. The after effects of what's going on right now. Okay, let me move, because I'm talking about trials, man. Talking about trials, what what the Creator says about how it affects us according to our spiritual grade, what will happen. And then we can look at the earth. We can redeem the time. We can know what's going on and know that it's a time we can understand and we can take advantage of it. We can not be taken captive like the world will be taken captive. The desire to do evil, chase money, be more for the self. The self. Now it says purpose and redemption of trials. Purpose and redemption. Purpose and redemption. These experiences serve as trials of love. These experiences serve as trials of love and misfortune. Under divine law, they expose false foundations like the house on sand in Matthew 7. Trials can expose false foundations. Trials can expose false foundations. Like you have a person, they talk all about the gospel and believing in this, and then they come under calamity and they fall apart. That's a false foundation you were under. You have built your house on sand. You talked a lot about how you believed so strongly, but then when you got hit and the bill came due and you fall apart. And I ain't trying to make light of people, I mean, I hope that I can stand up, when it come my turn. I do know last year, I was going through something, and I shouldn't have let it take me off the air. I let it take me off the air for a year or 8 or 9 months. I let it take me off the air, you know. But as it turns out, the creator, he had me work on a project. He had me work on a project that was going to require a lot of my time. I mean, if you ask me, I think that what I was going through medically, I think that that's the reason why I ended up shutting down my channel for the time I did. I thought, man, I have a medical emergency going on. And I don't think that was the right way to handle it in hindsight. But as it turns out, shortly after that, it's like the creator said, now I want you to, I have a project for you. And, and it blessed I became addicted to it, you know. I became addicted to the project, man. I loved it, made me thoroughly forget the problems I was having. It made me thoroughly, man. But I'm going to handle it better. I'm determined to handle events of life better next time. I don't want the first thing you drop is ministry. Whenever you get a storm of life, you know, that's the first thing that people drop is they drop the creator. You know, I shouldn't say the creator, they drop God, you know, say like Christianity, you know, blame Jesus Christ, you know, and these experiences serve as purpose and redemption of trials. These experiences serve as trials of love and misfortune. Experiences serve as trials of love and misfortune. Under divine law, they expose false foundations like the house on sand in Matthew 7 and call people back to purity, discipline, and service. True deliverance comes through righteous living, purity, higher grade alignment. Angels of light intervening, often via the name of OAHSPE or direct Jehovah connection in cosmic. OAHSPE is another name for the creator. Restitution, education, labor, and resurrection as seen when false gods and their subjects are delivered from hell. So people who in this reality and they want to serve the flesh, they don't want to make the resurrection, they go into the spiritual. And they have to begin a path when they make the decision, when the angels teach them, when they desire the higher light, you know, when they go into the first resurrection, you know, they may desire to stay in some, you know, they may want to stay on the earth and don't want to make the resurrection. And OAHSPE said there are some spirits that'll be like that. Won't be till a long time before they begin to want to make the resurrection, at which time they will be taught, they will start to begin when they are fully taught and they understand and they receive the light. Then you begin the journey of restitution, education, and you labor in resurrection as seen when false gods and their subjects are delivered from hells. Okay. Then it just gives a little summary. It says, in the cosmic era, OAHSPE emphasizes rising above such vulnerabilities through direct personal connection to Jehovah. That's the most important thing, man. We're allowed to go straight to the creator. We don't need religion. We don't need any intermediaries. Communal harmony, no kings or false hierarchies, no more of that. The things we are witnessing, it is the final act. What we're witnessing in the world today is the final act, the final America making its last desperate attempt for world rulership. Other nations are creating trade unions. They're organizing between themselves. They're leaving America and Europe out, and America. It's just like, you know, if you have like you know a breakup, man. A breakup, it's nothing like a breakup, if you ask me. When you know, a breakup, it's not nothing quite like that, man. You know, the feelings, the things that go through your mind, and what is she doing now? I bet you she with somebody else. That's what America is going through. The world it used to dominate and rule over and take advantage of and spread democracy to, now they cutting them loose. They cutting them loose now. And that, brother, it hurts. It hurts, man. That's what this country going through right now. America and Europe and Australia, they're all like one group. And the world is saying, hey, you know what? We can handle it from here, man. We'll just go ahead and just, we'll just take care of ourselves. We'll need you. We'll need you no more. We don't need you coming over here bullying us, putting tariffs on us, telling us how it's got to go. We can hang now. We can hang with ourselves. That's what's going on in the world. And that, brother, is hard. It's hard when you got to give it up, man. It's hard. I'm sorry. You got to give it up now. America and Israel saying, no, we don't want to give it up. We want, we still think we can, we still think that you got to serve us, man. We're the most powerful. We're in charge. Everything belongs to us, man. No. In the cosmic era, OAHSPE emphasizes rising above such vulnerabilities through direct personal connection to Jehovah. Well, people are leaving religion, and that ain't going to go over well. That's why this light, it ain't going to go over well in the world for a while. I think all of us will be long gone before the OAHSPE take effect. I think all of us will be long gone. These things going on right now, this video, and they're just seeds being planted, really. I think they're just seeds being planted. That's why, brethren, I say take advantage of the time right now. Plant your seeds now, man. Plant your seeds, even though you might not see fruit. Don't look at trying to find any support, or the Creator. He don't call us to that. He don't call, but I will say that the Creator says, one thing, man, that the Creator know how to make it good. Everybody knows that, man. We don't need to be told. Atheists don't need to be told that. You know good and well, the Creator, that He knows how to make it good, right? You know that. Have you ever felt remorse when you didn't think that it's, let me see if I can think of a situation. You thought somebody forgot you, and then it turns out that they were stringing you along so that they could really surprise you. Same way with the Creator. You know that He knows how to make it good, man. Everybody knows that. Atheists know it. That's why we keep going. That's why we keep going. Now, I want to get to what the Bible says about the cause of trials, man. Now, this is the part that I really wanted to get to. This is the part I really wanted to get to, man. I didn't read this part. It says, in the cosmic era, OAHSPE emphasizes rising above such vulnerabilities through direct, personal, correct connection to Jehovah, communal harmony, no kings, false hierarchies, and observable righteousness, reducing the power of Druges. Observable righteousness, like the Pope, people all dressed up, priests, kings. Observable righteousness, like, look at me. I'm righteous. I'm a holy man. You see? You see these clothes I got on? You see this robe I'm wearing? That means that I am a spiritual man. See? No king's rally, no more observable righteousness, only personal connection to Jehovah. And the world is big on outward show. The world is big on that, where they take pride in wearing things that show you that they're better off than you. It says this framework ties into your, okay, so a question that I had, which anyway, It's just a summary of something that I was asking about at another time. All right, now what the Bible says about the cause of trials, and you brethren have seen this. You brethren have seen this, man. Now look at this. When the Bible says it's a cause of trials, you probably already read down and you can see where I'm going to. Now, one thing that I realize now that I was saying on video the other day, one thing about the Bible, the creator, he don't talk like this. In Deuteronomy, have you ever thought about that? I'm going to read Deuteronomy. Remember the famous chapter, blessings and cursings? Y'all remember this? You remember this, man? Everybody remembers this. Well, when I was a Hebrew Israelite, this was a major chapter. You know what? The first 15 verses of Deuteronomy 28, they're blessings, right? And then the rest is curses. And I finally thought of something last night. I said, you know what? The creator, he do not talk like this. When you read the OAHSPE, you go through this whole chapter. He don't talk like this. He don't talk like this. And you know, this type of language, see, a lot of religion is fear, really, because a lot of Christians, they know about Deuteronomy, and it caused a lot of fear and anxiety in people. And in turn, that can drive angels away, the light. And then here come more and more drouges. Deuteronomy 28, man. Deuteronomy 20. This is not how the creator will talk to you. This language here, that chapter alone tells you this is not the creator. I want to bring this up on, I'm going to bring it up on screen. Let me get the chapter. Hold tight. This right here alone, man, you know, that right there alone, man, I don't even have to do any more. I don't have to do any more of this study. That whole point I just said, that's the whole point right there. That's the whole point. The creator, he don't talk like this. Look. The creator, he don't talk like none of this. Oh, look at all them curses. Look at that. I don't have to do no more. I don't have to say anything else about this video. You can read it yourself. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt. So look at these threats, man. Here, check this out. Look at this. Let's ask AI something. I'm amazed at the deception in the world through the Bible. I want to ask AI, OAHSPE Bible, does the creator threaten people? In the OA recording, of course it's not recording. Do you think I want the people to know the creator doesn't threaten anybody? Everybody already knows it. Why are you asking AI? You don't have to ask me, Yaiquab. Everybody already knows the answer. According to the OAHSPE, okay. Oh, my microphone won't let me. I mean, we all know, but I want to bring it up still, man, because it lets you know the OAHSPE. I just want to see how it puts it on AI. See, it didn't. I got to rephrase the question. It's talking to me about Elon Musk, man. I got to rephrase it. It won't let me voice type it. So I got to type it out. And I just want us to see the contrast between the OAHSPE and the Bible. And it's also a picture of the world that we live, the darkness that's in the world, and the people who are under the Bible as the only word of God. Does the Creator threaten people in the OAHSPE? I just want to know. Look at this. No, the Creator, Jehovah and OAHSPE, does not threaten people in the sense of issuing personal, vengeful, or coercive ultimatums. Look at this. See? Let me read this. It says, OAHSPE, a 19th century channel text, often called a New Bible, portrays Jehovah, the Creator, also called the Great Spirit, as a loving parental force, both father and mother, who operates through natural spiritual laws rather than direct intimidation. Now, I don't know if that's right. Let me see. I don't know. Okay. I don't. Nah. I'd rather say spiritual laws, not natural. Through spiritual laws rather than direct intimidation. Key themes include consequences, not threats. Creator don't threaten, man. Actions have built-in results. Evil or selfish choices lead to lower heavens. Obsession by druges, meaning low spirits, are cycles of suffering. But this is framed as natural. I don't know about that. All right, I'll deal with it for now. But I think I have an objection to that. There's got to be another word for that. It's natural law, not arbitrary punishment. Jehovah wants to guide toward resurrection and light, not threaten you. Calls to peace and faith. Jehovah commands a shift from carnivorous, warring ways of the beast to herbivorous peace, veganism, non-resistance, communal living, and faith. Those who refuse to become Uzians, meaning destroyers, those who refuse the light of the Creator become Uzians, meaning destroyers, and they stay in lower realms. But it is presented as a choice and growth, not damnation by wrath. Jehovah doesn't threaten people. He's no vengeful God, unlike some interpretations of the Old Testament. Jehovah is beyond jealousy or anger. False gods and lords. False gods and lords, meaning temporary angelic rulers, create drama, wars, fear-based religions, man. Fear-based religions. That's what caused a lot of trial in people's life. When you do things out of fear, man, when it comes to spirituality, especially, you know, that causes a lot of anxiety in people, man. You know, the true creator encourages free will, self-improvement, and harmony. And then he gives examples from the text. So, in other words, just I wanted to read and show, man, you know, here we have Jehovah, right? He does not, just the language alone, that should resonate with the world. That alone, just that one little bit should resonate with the world. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy, right? Look, just, you know, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Look how they exposed themselves, man, that this is coming from a false God. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Cursed shalt thou be in the, you know, cursed shall be thy basket. Cursed shall be thy store. Deuteronomy, man. This is one of the foundational scriptures of the Hebrew Israelites. Look at all this. You know what I mean? Cursed shall thou be when thou comest out. Cursed shalt thou be when thou goest in, comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon you, you know. See all this. I ain't gonna even read it, man. I don't even want to voice these words, you know. My only point, man, is this is the difference between a creator and a false God. This is self-condemnation right here. The creator does not talk like this, you know, but what I'm interested in is to find out how it would translate one of these verses. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see what AI says about this verse right here. Let's see how the OAHSPE would translate it. Let's see what the OAHSPE, how it would be translated in the OAHSPE. Be pretty interesting. Let's see how this verse would translate in the OAHSPE. Let's see if they'll pick up. Okay, let's see if they'll pick up on what the how the OAHSPE would translate it. Okay, it says OAHSPE does not quote or directly reference Deuteronomy 28, but its core teaching on divine law, or divinity laws, has a remarkably similar principle because it deals with consequences, not curses. A kingdom in heaven rises or falls by divine law. See, so when you go to Deuteronomy, really, it's a choice of words, how they choose to say it, but false gods give themselves away. How they choose to phrase words, they give themselves away, man. You ever heard the saying in the world, it's not what you say, but how you say it, man. You know, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So they're showing you their corrupt nature. Like they use force. You know, if you don't obey me, you know, they got to use threat. That alone should tell you something about the whole, you know, about the whole Bible. Now, you don't throw the baby out in the bathwater. I understand that. You know, the creator, he calls it again it's a partial revelation. Partial. A kingdom in heaven rises or falls by the divinity laws. A kingdom or nation on earth rises or falls by divine law. Divinity and divine are the same thing. The virtuous are rewarded and exalted by divine law. The wicked are cast into trials by their divine law. I didn't share it. In OAHSPE, disobedience to Jehovah's higher laws, especially purity, nonviolence, and righteousness, opens the door to trials of love and misfortune. Lower grade behavior, lust, violence, selfishness, including I was wanting to do I did a little study on rape. It's a big thing in the news today. Well-off people engaging in rape. Lower grade behavior, lust, violence, selfishness, including the rape you asked about previously, causes holy angels to withdraw, allowing druids, lower spirits, to obsess and torment people, leading to the very kinds of mental, emotional, societal breakdowns described in Deuteronomy 28. How do you like that? A lot of religion is fear, man. And people don't respond very good to that stuff. Some people don't. Some people can't handle it, man. Now do you see why the OAHSPE is the only hope for mankind? How we need to be set free? This is the only hope. Nobody else will tell us, man, how to get free. Nobody else will tell us except the Creator. Cosmic conditions, AG, darkness, protection conditions amplify these curses and trials. Okay, so anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is it's almost 7 o'clock. If anyone wants to come on the channel, type 1 in the chat. I'll drop the link when I come into the chat. And what I'm going to do now is I wanted to share some of the things in my room that I posted. I found something that I wanted to elaborate on a little bit. A post. Here it is right here. I thought this is pretty interesting. Look at what the Creator says, man. Check this out. Jehovah's voice continued saying, whoever looks upon my works and says, behold, I cannot cope with these elements is short in faith and wisdom. Now, I'm in the middle of a thought here. I wanted to focus on what he says later. He says, for I have not created in vain. Look at what he says. For I have not created in vain, that mortals or spirits cannot control my elements in their respective places. I don't know how to do that, man. I wonder how, They shall improve the talents I have given them. Matter of fact, no, that's not the one I wanted even, actually. That's a good, I'm glad I read that, but there's something else. Oh, here it is right here. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I was mentioning earlier. Look, whoever becomes one with me shall not only hear my voice and receive my power, but also inherit that which he creates out of my creation. You know what that's saying? There ain't nothing you can imagine. There ain't nothing, a parent would say that to a child. The only thing you ask a child, he'll say, I want all the candy I can possibly stuff in my mouth. Now, a Creator ain't going to do it, right? But now we're mature. For those of us that have grown up, and we're mature adults, to the point where we can now think and we can make righteous and quit, we can make good decisions out of righteousness, which more than likely will have to do with how we can be a benefit and to redeem the time while we are on earth. It's already a given that we want to reside in the highest heavens that we can. The Creator already knows that. That part is up to us too. But he keeps inviting us. Look, he says, but also inherit. He says, whoever becomes one with me shall not only hear my voice and receive my power. Is he lying? You know what I mean? But also inherit that which he creates out of my creation. I was reading in OAHSPE the other night, and it said one little sentence, man. It said, Serpenta Armage, who has attained to oneness with me, or something like that. Attained to oneness, man. A one-time mortal, Serpenta Armage, if I'm not mistaken. She was a one-time mortal. See, these things, I hope I don't sound crazy, man, But I believe it. I believe it, man. I believe the Creator when he says these type of things. This is open to faithists. Anybody can become a faithist. All right, I'm going to read a couple of things. I'm going to go into the chat, see what else I could find. It is wiser to inspire mortals to aspire to rise in heaven after death than to have mortals ever drawing the angels down to the earth. It is wiser to inspire mortals. Inspire them, encourage them, give them hope, man. It is wiser to inspire mortals. It's wiser to inspire them, not Deuteronomy 28, threaten them. The Creator says it's wiser to inspire, man. Root for them, cheer for them. Let them know, hey, man, I'm cheering for you. I'm cheering for you to make the resurrection, man. That means to overcome the earth. Find a way to overcome the earth, man. The Creator, he gave me a really nice van so I could transport my power chair, just drive in the thing. Really nice van. Everywhere I go, people say, hey, man, I love that van, And then I say to myself, Iquab, whatever you do, don't let that van tie you to the earth, man. Matter of fact, don't let nothing tie you to the earth. Meaning, don't hold on to something so tight, man, that you cannot let you go into your spirit and you have to come back to the earth, so you can hold on to your, don't let nothing, don't let nothing tie you to the earth, brother. But it says it is wiser to inspire mortals, aspire to rise in heaven after death than to have mortals ever drawing the angels. See, that's Christianity. Always, asking the intermediary, will you please help me find a job? Will you please help me pay? I mean, you could ask for those things, you know what I mean? But it's like, if it don't come to pass, it's something they didn't do. The person, whoever they prayed to. It's like you pray for it and then you sit and wait, It is wiser to inspire mortals to aspire to rise in heaven after death than to have mortals ever drawing the angels down to the earth, and my lords on the earth shall labor for this outcome also. Now the Lord is going to tell us, hey, save yourself. The time for intermediaries is over with. You know to do right. Just don't come under any deities. That's the only thing. It ain't the only thing, So this account was talking about Yima, an account where it was talking about Yima. I think he was creating a heaven. It said, so Yima taught new inspirations both in heaven and on earth, which were that the spirits of the dead should build homes in heaven for their kindred and that mortals should be taught that there were mansions in heaven ready for their souls after death. This is a good account to read, jumping in the middle here. I wanted to focus on the part where it says, inspire mortals to aspire to rise in heaven after death, than to have mortals ever drawing the angels down to the earth. But here the rest, this account where Yema, he's building, I think he built the first heaven or the first lower realm or something like that. And Joby was telling him how to do it and what to tell spirits. Tell those that have passed on to build mansions for their kindred who in heaven for their kindred, that mortals should be taught that there were mansions in heaven ready for their souls after death, inspiring mortals to make the resurrection. Everywhere we turn, the Creator is always coming up with new ways to inspire brethren to make the resurrection. I haven't been reading from Radiance Anthology. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna close the video. I'm gonna go into the chat, and then if nobody wants to have anything to say, I'm gonna close the video. So I wanted to read more from Power Radiance Anthology, because people seem to like that. Okay, I'm gonna read these two real quick. I get a lot of responses from the Radiance Anthology. Center yourself each day so you can see where you are heading. Center yourself each day so you can see where you're heading. See, everybody knows this is good to be reminded, though. It's good to be reminded, man. Center yourself each day so you can see where you're heading. Because the earth is pretty deceptive, man. And calling you back, come back to the ways of the earth. Come back, More power is in your hands than you realize. You decide the tempo, the substance, the lessons you want to learn, and the style in which to do so. You create the fervor, the perspective, and the joy. If some things are already structured and your responsibilities are laid out, you still hold the power to attract light, blessings, and wisdom. That is the truth, man. That is the truth. That is the truth, man. How you deal with people. It all depends on how you deal with people, man. Whether you even have a shot, man, at giving the light. If you realize how much you could really do, you would never be bored or easily disgruntled. Isn't that the truth, man? I find if I get bored, it's only because I choose to be. That is the truth, man. If you realize how much you could really do, you would never be bored or easily disgruntled. The day holds promise, no matter which one it is. The Creator has given you a never-ending stream of them, all to be used well and appreciated. The power is yours. In the widest sense, to create a world within yourself that is a model for what can be done by each and every person. Center yourself and begin. Meaning you, start with you, become the person that you want, the person that you most want to be. And that's how it rubs off on people, is what it's saying. A new order on earth. I'm going to read this and I'm going to close the video. If you want the mic, type a 1 in the chat. I'll drop the link when I come in the room. A new order on earth. If we want to help those around us, we will keep ourselves attuned, and aware. Man, I'm telling you, I read that the other day about listening, the eth, the purified, the rare air of light, and how it takes, from what I'm understanding, it's hard for me, I don't know a whole lot about OAHSPE, I'm learning, but I seem to sense that a lot has to do with focus. If you're trying to be sensitive to the higher vibration and light, focus. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but it seemed like my inspiration says to me, you've got to learn to focus. Focus, kind of meditate, focus, and try to hear what's being said to you. I think that these lessons, these videos I do, I think they are solely angel inspiration in the sense that I always find myself sitting up at night and then I get inspiration. I just get it to do these videos. Some videos I come up on my own, but most is through inspiration. Like today's video was inspiration. Do a study on No Kings. That's a movement that's sweeping the earth, and it's going to be more of them. See, that's cosmic error in your face. That's cosmic proof right now in your face, letting you know that the spiritual influence is sweeping the earth. The old ways of man, the old tradition are coming to its conclusion. If you pay attention, you'll see it. You just got to pay attention. If we preach to others, this will create another kind of atmosphere where conditions for upliftment are not as favorable. Our attunement creates an atmosphere in which the angels can work. Our attunement can create an atmosphere in which angels can work to inspire others. With your attunement, when you submit yourself to the Creator, to the angels, you submit yourself. That's you attuning yourself. You creating an atmosphere that the angels, they can work and inspire others through you. If we preach to others, this will create another kind of atmosphere where conditions for upliftment are not as favorable. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, man? No more preaching, man. No more preaching. It is our goal to be attuned and aware of the 100%, to be attuned and aware of the 100% of the time and everything we do, not letting any circumstances in our environment interfere. See, just like on the video Tuesday, me and the brother, he was trying to come on, all that technological interference, it happens a lot, man. The spiritual realm, the interference is real. You know how, like, when you try to tune into a radio station and you hear all this interference, that's spirituality. Always some type of interference, man. It's like the enemy said, if we can't stop him from getting that brother on and blessing the people in the chat, let's close the video and wait till they all leave. And so I closed the video, and then me and the brother got back on, and then we were figuring it out, and I finally figured it out, and we had the video up. We put the video up. And every Wednesday, I'm going to now be broadcasting the Bible study. We're going to do the Bible. I'm going to broadcast it. I'm not going to be speaking or anything like that, but I'm going to broadcast the Wednesday Bible study. We're going to start doing that now. It says if we preach to others, this will create another kind of atmosphere where conditions for upliftment are not as favorable, meaning they don't want to hear it. It is our goal to be attuned and aware of the 100% of the time and everything we do, not letting circumstances in our environment interfere. We would like to be able to talk with people about spiritual things, and in other ways, make our work more objective, but there is more personal satisfaction in so doing. Ain't that the truth, man? Those who hold a loving attitude are able to do this. I want to read that again. We would like to be able to talk with people about spiritual things, and in other ways, make our work more objective. But there is more personal satisfaction in so doing. Make our work more objective. I don't know what that means exactly. But more fulfilling is what it seems to be saying. More objective means to point people to the light. In other words, we would like to be able to talk with people more about spiritual things, and in other ways, make our work more objective. Meaning pointing people to the light, where there is more personal satisfaction in so doing. Those who hold a loving attitude are able to do this, where they speak comfortingly and do not disturb the existing conditions so that opposition to change is aroused. Yep. Do not feed the beast. Stay away from the beast. Don't feed the beast, man. Don't feed it. Be careful. Don't get that. Don't feed that beast. Don't arouse opposition. Stay away from that. But change of humanity's present beliefs and conditions are necessary for growth. Change is necessary. Is people, they cannot be left with the spirit, the mind, if they're under deception. Something's got to be said. There is something that has to let them know, hey, look, man, we there's an issue here that's got to be addressed. Something has to be pointed out. Okay. Okay, now I'm back online. All right. For those who hold a loving attitude are able to do this, for they speak comfortingly and do not disturb the existing conditions so that opposition to change is aroused. Don't feed the beast. Do not be careful about feeding people's beasts, man. Be careful. But change of humanity's present beliefs and conditions are necessary for growth, meaning don't let people get away with under deception. You may never see them again. You may never see them again. You like to try to leave them with something, man, a little something. In order to create a new order on earth, we must begin to lose self to see the falsity in the present order. When we see ourselves, we see the world. To see the ignorance and darkness of worldly conditions. And will to rise above them. Once we see our enemy, man, once we see the ignorance, the darkness, that motivates you. I'm telling you, that motivates you, brother, to change, man, and make the resurrection. There are things that have happened in the past that motivate you never to, make that mistake again. Not even, you know what I mean? Motivate you, not to bring you down, make you, regret all the time, but just to learn, man. That's what the Creator says, We must recognize how preoccupation with self separates us from the Creator in awareness and from our sense of oneness with humanity. War, crime, poverty. And when you sense that oneness with humanity, then we can identify with each other. If we sense that, man, now we can identify with one another, that they going through the same thing I'm going through, my reality, my vexations and trials, and same thing for them too. We can identify, we can empathize with one another. War, crime, poverty, and disease are the products of humanity's lack of spiritual attunement. Who can say that it does not need to change? Amen to that. All right, that's it. Let me go to the chat, see if there's anyone who wants to have the mic. So let's see. All right, I'm in the chat now. And before I close the video, let me go and give my greetings. All right, we had Tabitha in here. Tabitha, good to see you, sis. Thanks for joining me. Brian Jogi was in here. All right, we had Brian Jogi in here. The rapping brother. All right, Tabitha, I watched the build you shared with Dr. Glenn. It was so beautiful. Please bring him back. Well, Thursday, I'm going to be doing the Bible study, broadcasting it. Greatness. All right, brother, I don't know who you are, but thanks for coming in. Brother Nazarene, Brother Dwayne, good to see you, brother. Amherst was in here. Brethren, do you remember me? Greatness said, brethren, brethren, yeah. Brethren, do you remember me? Do you remember me? You? Yeah, absolutely. Are you still in the room, greatness? Yeah. Rodolph, brother Rodolph, are you still in the room, greatness? Oh, I would like to talk to you, man. He's probably not in the room. Doggone it. Yeah, I do. Brother Rodolph, yeah. Yeah. It was me, Rodolph, and a deer. Are you still in the room, greatness? I want you to come on. I want to talk to you. Probably not. Yeah. If you are who I think you are. Oh, you still here? Hey, come up here. Click on the link. Come on. I'm gonna tell you. I want to tell you what happened between us, Rodolph and Adir. It was serious, man. It was one hell of a spiritual lesson. I agree. Put the link in the room. Click on that link. It'll bring you in the room. Let me see who you are. Click on that link if you want. It'll bring you in the room. Are you talking about I think it was the Pal Talk ministry we had? It was Pal Talk. All right, let me wait for the brother to come in the room. Oh, Jamia's in here. I just seen her. Hey, Jamia, I'm doing a Wednesday study. I ordered that book you recommended. I ordered that book you recommended. What was it called? The Field Guide to the Spiritual World. I just ordered that yesterday. It's good to see you. How's Nolan doing? We're going to broadcast the Wednesday study on my channel. Yeah, Field Guide to the Spirit. I ordered that. I read a little snapshot of it. Sounds like that's going to be heavy, man. You know. Good, good. How old is he now? 7 months? How old is Nolan now? And how many children you got now? Oh, he's 11 months tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday. Let me see, tomorrow? Oh, isn't that Juneteenth? Oh, his birthday's tomorrow. 3 children? Oh, man. Good for you, man. Yeah. Oh, Juneteenth is today. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's good to see you in here. It's good to see you in here. Wednesday, remember Wednesday, I'm going to start broadcasting the Wednesday Bible study. So hopefully, the creator use it to spread the light. I'm waiting for this brother to come on. He said he knew me from 2019. Anything you want to share, Jamia? How you been? I don't mean to put you on the spot. You don't have to comment or anything. Or I'm at the end of the video anyway. I was just waiting for this brother to come on. He said he remembers me from 2019. I want to talk to him. And there was something that happened back in 2019. There was something, I was oh yeah, you're a teacher, I think. School year just ended, so I feel great. Hey, Jamia, what do you teach anyway? You're a teacher, aren't you? I think I remember you saying one time or something. Oh, math. Man, I don't know math at all. Oh, man. That is a gift, man, if you can do that. Okay, I'm still waiting for Greatness to come on. He said he was taking a shower. And the study is over with, brethren. So I'm just hanging out, waiting for the brother to come on. Someone who said he remembered me from the past, so I'm just waiting on him. Some brethren seem to like Dr. Kendall. I already talked to him about coming on from time to time and doing a question and answer. He said he was good for it. Okay, Greatness. I'm still waiting on you, brother. If you want, I'm here Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday and Friday at this time. So this ain't the only time. Let me see. Jamia said, I started listening to old UFK conversations. Oh, okay. Yeah, on Spotify. Yeah, thanks for the link. I think I'm going to check that out. Have you heard from Dave? I don't know what happened to him. I got to send him a message. Okay, Greatness. If you're still there, man, I'm going to close the video. You can just check with me another time. You can just check with me another time. I don't know what's going on. Are you close to taking the mic or should I just wait another time? Tuesday or Friday? I'll hang out for about another couple minutes. You haven't spoken to him either? Yeah. All right. We got the brother. We got him.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Peace, shalom. How you been, man?
Hey, man, I don't remember you.
See, it's a long story. Remember you and Raquab? How you say his name? Rodolph?
Yeah, Rodolph.
You and brother Rodolph, y'all helped me with a light bill, remember, years ago? With my light bill?
Oh, we did?
Y'all helped me. Yeah, y'all helped me pay it, and man, I've been trying to pay you back ever since 2020. I've been on. Yeah. Yeah, I've been on your old lives, your old channel. When you used to go live, I used to be in the comments doing the same thing.
Hey, but man, well, this is payback because I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, I remember, man. You and brother Rodolph, y'all helped me pay a light bill. You remember we was talking about truck driving? Cause I was working at the hospital, and we was like, you was like, I was asking you, should I do CDL or keep working at the hospital? And you told me to do CDL, which I should have did, cause I'm doing it now. I'm in the process of doing it now, but I was like, damn, man, he told me to do it, and I still stayed at the hospital, and things went left, but it's working itself back out, you know. But yeah, man, y'all help me
take down my email.
Okay.
So So when you need to get in touch with me, make sure you take my email down.
Okay.
So have you heard about the OAHSPE?
Yeah, you remember I was telling y'all about that. You remember back in 2019, I was telling you and Brother Rock.
Oh, you was?
Yeah, because you remember I was telling you about the Essenian diet. I was telling you I was a vegetarian. I was telling you about the Essenian diet. And you was like, you didn't know about that yet. I was like, yeah, man, it's in the OAHSPE. Because I was telling you I was watching Brother
know, man.
Yeah, Brother C.
What was you hanging out with us? We weren't in the OAHSPE back then.
I was watching Brother Stila Shalom channel since like 2016, and that's why I learned about it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I learned. Man.
Yeah, I learned about. Go ahead.
What's your name? I'm trying to read your name.
My real name, Datrael.
Oh, I remember you now. Datrael.
You remember me? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you now, man. Hey,
man, go ahead.
Did you you want me to send you a 6-volume set?
I appreciate it.
Do you know about the 6-volume set?
I do not. I don't.
Here, check this out. The Unknown Many have put together a 6-volume set that's a supplement to the OAHSPE, and it's like for the purpose of introducing people to the OAHSPE, because it's a 6-volume set, man, and it's like constructed in baby form,
right,
to like get people's attention,
exactly.
And here I'm trying to bring it up on screen now. Let me see. Or matter of fact, this right here, this is what it looked like on the inside. You see the screen there?
I see it.
You see where I'm scrolling?
Yeah, I see where you're scrolling.
Okay, so that's what the 6-volume. Matter of fact, here's the what the outside of it looked like.
Okay.
So it's a 6-volume set. Unknown Many put it together, and let me go ahead and bring. So it's just for the purpose of just trying to get, it's just where it's subject matter and verse, and it's to help people to try to spark their interest in the in the OAHSPE. But you've been in way longer than I have, But I'd be glad. I'd be glad to send it to you, though.
Yeah, I'll appreciate it, because I was reading.
What else you been up to?
Hey, man, I've been on your channel since 2020, 21, 22, trying to get in contact with you for years. And I've been in the DM just like this, leaving messages, but you never, I guess you was busy in the moment, and we never communicated.
Not me, man. Yeah. If you leave me a message, where did you leave me a message? And I didn't get it.
No, I'm saying I was in the chat all those years. You was go live. I was in the chat, like trying to get your attention. It was different channels,
Are you kidding me, for real?
Man, I'm telling you the truth. Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth, man. I've been in your chat for a while.
That's another Yaiquab, man. That wasn't me.
That was you, man. Y'all,
man.
You and Brother Wardoff, y'all.
I didn't respond.
You didn't see me in the chat probably, because I'll leave a message and say this and that, and you probably was busy.
Wow,
you was in the middle of speaking. Yeah, you was in the middle of speaking, and because when everything when everything's go good for me, I'm like, man, I gotta pay these brothers back, because they helped me, man. These guys didn't even know me, man. I don't want to think I was a scam or nothing, because I really appreciate y'all helping me back.
No, man, that's what even more so now that I understand that I know the OAHSPE, it's no, man, you all you do is pass it on. Don't be talking about paying it back, man. Just give thanks, man, and just pass it on.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kingdom.
Right.
That's the
and
kingdom, man.
I never forgot it, man. I said, these people, man, these good brothers helped me, man, and I appreciate that, man. I want to show them that I ain't
but check it out,
them.
man. You remember a deer?
Was he light-skinned guy? The light-skinned guy?
Let me see. Adair, no, he was dark brother. I don't know if you know him, Adair, because
I probably don't remember him.
Rodolph won't talk to me anymore now, though.
I remember Rodolph. I don't know what happened with that, man. I hope, dang, man, this is messed up.
Oh man, it's a sad story.
It's a long story. Sad story.
It's a sad story, man. You know, he the other brother that we was fellowshipping with, I found out he was under a false god. I found out too late that he was under a false god, man. I found out too late. And they broke me off because we was doing this little podcast on we was doing a little podcast, and I forget exactly what happened, but he influenced Rodolph to cut me off. And I can't remember exactly why, but he influenced me, man, to cut me off, and they went their own way. And I come to find out, I couldn't really understand his teaching 100%. I tried, but for some reason I couldn't. And I come to find out he was under Thoth.
Oh,
he was under Thoth. You know, he talked a lot about Thoth and Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus is who wrote the Emerald Tablet, I think, or something. You know, he wrote something. His name was Hermes Trismegistus.
Right, and, the Egyptian theology.
Yeah. There you go. And so he was under that, and he influenced Rodolph, and I couldn't go for it. And so they ended up just breaking off, and he stopped talking to me, and I tried to reach out to him, but he just, you know, it was a terrible thing, man, you know, but I'm still rooting for him, you know.
Right, man. You always been a good dude. You always been a good dude.
You know, it's like both those brothers, man, you know, I really miss them, but sometimes, you know, just things like this, they teach you more than hurt you too, you know. So but man, I'm glad that you came around, man. I just hope that you know, you keep coming around, man. We Tuesdays and Fridays I try to go.
I was glad to see you come back online this year, man, because last year you had went offline for a while. And I know how that be. Last year was a hard one for me too. And I was like, man, I gotta get in contact.
I ran into it was kind of an emergency, man. And I just started coming into the OAHSPE, and it was like my little wilderness, you know, your little wilderness time where you go into the wilderness, and I had a little emergency there, man, and it shut it turned my light out, but I ended up working on a project, and so I think I see why I went in that direction, you know. So, but next time, you know, I'm gonna deal with life's issues better instead of just shutting out. You know, if I'm doing any ministry, anything, next time I ain't gonna, you know, I shouldn't have shut it down like that, you know, but I was having trouble dealing with it myself. But now I think I know better.
Ain't nothing. I understand, man. You did what was, you know, what you had to do for your peace of mind. You had to rebuild your strength, and that's understandable, you know, because
and sometimes you know it take that.
Yeah, and you learn something new. See, like I said, I've been watching Sila Salam channel along with your channel for years, since like 2016 when I started getting to all this knowledge. And last time we talked back in 2019, I was telling you about the OAHSPE and how I was a vegetarian. I was trying to do the Essene diet, eating what they was eating. And I think Brother Wardolph, y'all didn't know about that yet. And but I still remember because you used to have the food. We used to pass out food about food. Yeah.
I still got that.
Yeah,
but
see, I can at least donate to that.
No, if I need donations, I cry out for it. But right now, nobody is. I don't even have to use it. It's like everybody's doing all right, which is cool, you know.
Good.
If you can, man, reach out to Rodolph, man. See if you can turn him on to the OAHSPE, because
I I don't even have that same Facebook anymore. That's right, yes, alone. Because
Oh,
all the
really?
time I'll be forgetting my passwords, and I don't have the same Facebook now. But I got a YouTube channel. That's what I got now. And
Oh, you do?
yeah, I mean, this is my YouTube channel, and I got a TikTok, and that's it. But I can get another Facebook, make one, and try to reach out to them. I can definitely try to do that.
So you got a YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel called?
Greatness. This it. Greatness.
Okay, so
Yes.
if I type that in, then it'll bring it up.
Yeah, Greatness S9S.
Okay, let me see. Greatness S9S. Where you live, bro?
No, I'm still in Georgia. I'm still in Athens, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Because I still got your address.
Yeah, you still got the old one.
I got you. Oh, that's the old address. I need a new address.
Yeah, that's the old one. I'm gonna have to email you my new one so you can send the book.
Yeah.
I just gotta. This just another YouTube channel that I do. I'm trying to, I was trying to do a little content, little funny stuff, make people laugh, and music, stuff like that. I wasn't on here teaching yet, like you and Brother Shalom, Selah Shalom, because I'm still learning myself.
Hey, so you know about Honor and Humility, their channel?
I don't, but I know about Brother. He be on Selah Shalom channel a lot. I can't think of his name right now. They do a lot of
Brother Malachi.
And the other guy, what's the other guy? What's the other guy name?
Brother Malachi's channel?
Not Brother Malachi, the other guy.
CS9S.
Yeah.
Oh, Daryl Cosman?
I think, yeah. Okay. They do a lot of lives together.
Okay, which one is you?
The king in the chair.
You see?
With the lions.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that icon before.
Yeah, I've been in your chat.
Oh, okay.
I've been in your chat a lot. I've been in your chat a lot,
How do you
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and subscribe to that.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Just stay in touch with me, man.
Yeah, I definitely will. If you give me your email, I'm gonna email. So you can, email that 6 set to me.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you came back around, man. It's always good to hear from somebody from the past, man.
Man, I think they all hot. They all won for me even getting in touch with you, man. Because I've been trying for years, like for real. Almighty knows. I've been trying for years since like 2020. I came into good little fortune 21, 22, and I never forgot the people who helped me. So I always I'll come back on your channel every time I see you go live, and I'll be in the chat. And sometimes you just didn't see it. Then I come back again and be in the chat, and you might not see it. But today, I just stayed on today. I even got in the shower and everything. And by the time I got out, you started speaking to the chat, and you read my comment.
Well, shoot, man. I'm glad, man. You look good, man. You look good.
Appreciate it, man.
You doing a little modeling on the side, then, right?
No, man. I just don't eat meat. I just don't. I just don't eat meat. It's been 10 years since 2016, man. 10 years.
Yeah, me too, man. I can't believe that I don't eat meat, man. The Creator is amazing, man. I mean, truly amazing, man.
It's so many good substitutes. That's a lot of good substitutes.
Yeah. That's the truth, man. But the power behind what I've been learning, man. I just can't believe, the changes that have come, and what I've been looking for all my life, man. I finally found it, man.
Yeah.
Finally found it, man.
That's what I said, because when I was learning, starting out in the beginning, like I said, I'm still learning. But when I was learning on the beginning, I was studying, the Bible, the OAHSPE, the lost books of the Bibles, the Hebrew Bible. I was reading, everything like that. I was learning from everything. But the the Cosmo Bible, it's like the total of everything. It tell you about it all, and it's so true and so real, and it tell you how evil spirits and good spirits can attach to you and influence you, and you can tell by your actions which one is attached to you. Watching over you at that time.
Yeah. You right, man. You right. It's alive. That's that's the first book that I have read that is alive, man, and talks to you.
Right.
I mean, it resonates with me, but the thing that really gets me is how it points out deities, false gods, and that blows my mind, man.
It tell you about Mohammedism, what's the four? Mohammedism,
Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity,
Buddhism, Christianity, and what was the false god name? I'm trying to get it right. The false Christ came from Luamon. Look at you, you read my mind. Luamon, Muhammad. And it seems like it split the world into four religions, four great religions, and it's tricked a lot of people and spread them out, and had everybody
hold on a second, brother. Hold Omian. Hey, brother, Brother Omian?
No, I don't remember him.
Okay,
I don't remember him.
Yeah, if you can follow his channel too, because
show me what it looked like.
Hey, Omian, put the link to your channel in the chat. He's got a teaching gift. He's got a good teaching gift. But yeah, man. I mean, it's the way that the Creator he calls it opening the libraries of heaven. I mean, you know about this more than I do, man. But so it's like everything is still a shock to me, man. I'm still under
still is to me. I'm still brand new to it. I'm like a baby in the learners, man, because it's so vast. It's like the English world. It's so vast, It never ends. I learn something new every day.
So it's still like still like that after 6 years, huh?
10. I've been learning this since 2016.
Ain't that something?
Since I was 20.
And you said
I was 22, 23.
How old are you now?
I'm 33 now. I was 23 when I started.
Oh wow, man! And you still like a little kid, you say, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm like a baby to her still, man, because it's amazing, The Almighty, it never stops. The Almighty never stops teaching and reaching. Yeah, it's something new every day, because that's how big the universe is. It just never ends.
Yeah.
It's like in the scripture when it says, "My house has many mansions, many."
Yeah. I just sit a lot of times, man. I sit here and I just keep shaking my head, man. Sometimes I be up all night, man, just shaking my head, going on AI, reading, learning, and then the Creator's opened up a whole new door for me to use the Bible to translate that to the OAHSPE, man. And my cup runneth over, man.
Oh yeah,
just like tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. I said, I was listening.
Yeah, I just like tonight, man. The Creator taught me now when you read the Bible, translate it through the OAHSPE, and that'll open it up for you. And so tonight I did Deuteronomy 28, man, and it's like the Creator don't even talk like that, man. I mean, curses. He first of all, and it should make sense, man, that he wouldn't talk like curse it when you come in, curse it when you come out. Why would you say that about your own creation that it's going to fall?
Exactly.
To me, the Creator, he sounds like, we go through these cycles, we fall, they send the Adarians, they raise us up, and then we fall again, these cycles, but we constantly learning, going from step to step, and I don't see where he ready to beat the hell out of me, and the justice, man, of the Creator, man, you just can't argue with it, That's why nobody can argue with it, man. It's like he gives you free will, you make your choices now, and you got the opportunity to do something about your spirit, your spiritual self right now.
Right.
You got something to do. You have the opportunity to determine what your situation will be. And that really appeals to me, man. That really does appeal to me. It sounds right, And what's the biggest thing with you, man, that really grabs you when you talk about the OAHSPE and that has struck you, that you have learned? What grabs you the most?
Well, the first thing that did grab my attention, that got me really involved into it, when I was learning about the story of Joshua, Yashu, the real Christ, and I was learning how they took some of that out of the OAHSPE and put it in the Bible along with other books. They mixed it in and tried to make it seem like that was the all truth, but the OAHSPE showed the real truth and how he did it and what he went through. How he ate and how they prayed and fasted, and they rose early in the morning, washed themselves. They all ate it.
It's the power of deception is a trip, ain't it?
It is, man. It can hold you for years. It can hold you for years.
Oh man, that's what knocked me out, bro.
And to think about it,
man, that really knocked me out,
Right. And to think about it, it even tells you in Genesis 1:6 that let thy food, let the herbs, the vegetables be thy meat. I'm trying to get it right. I don't want to say it wrong. And let the fruit bearing seeds and the vegetables be thy meat. It even tell you that in Genesis 1:6. Then it'll skip to a whole nother verse and tell you that sacrifice the bull and the goat and things and eat meat. And it was so contradicting. But the OAHSPE tell you how that happened, how they came under false gods and was tricked into eating meat and burning calves in the wilderness and all that stuff.
That's just one thing, man, to show you the contradiction of the scriptures,
Yeah,
that's why the Creator called it a partial revelation. It's a partial revelation, but you can't tell people that, man. You cannot tell. Right. That's what it helped me explain. Even the story in Noah's Ark, man, how there's eight people saved. Even though that's not right, that story, but I can see the ratio. Say what now?
Right. I said, it was plenty of people saved. It was plenty.
Yeah,
different boats.
Yeah. But I'm just surprised at the power of deception, man.
Oh yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I mean, that's one thing that really gets me, man. And then to go and try to talk to people who are under that deception, you can. You know what? You can make all the arguments you want, man. Logic don't play a part in spirituality, man. You can make all the art, and the Creator, he give you enough, man, to absolutely shut people down, man. Not like you want to, but more than enough. You should be able to say, hey, you know what, man? This sounds right to me, You should be able to, that's the hardest thing on me, man,
Right. And ask the question, like back, when we was younger growing up, it wasn't like right to ask the preacher questions about this and that.
Yeah. You're right, man. See, they got their own. See there, man. Just like I was saying earlier, man. I was in the hospital. I mean, I was in the clinic, and real friendly doctor, man. Lady doctor. And real nice and everything. And she. My mind is to hold my peace on the OAHSPE, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and until somebody say something, until they say something, right?
Right.
They started, right? And so she said, "Well, what do you do? Well, what do you do? How do you spend your off time?" I said, "I'm a spiritual brother. I like to read the OAHSPE and I like to learn about the Creator and everything." I said, "What about you? You spiritual?" "I don't know. I don't talk about that at work. That in politics. No, I'll talk." So. The structure, the kingdom we in, man, it's purposely set up to keep the light out, man. See, that's another revelation for me.
Right. They want to keep people in the dark, man. They want to keep them in the dark.
Talk. Yeah. You see, you can't believe it, man. You can't. It just. I can't get over it, man. They let you know where you live. They let you know where you live, man. We here, we on the earth, and it ain't no joke where we live, man.
Yeah.
And to be outnumbered, to be so few. Hey, you know what? Check this out, man. What the Creator showed me. I don't know if you heard this one. You remember the story in the Bible? I love this one, man, because see, it happens all the time, man. I'm telling you, Joel, it happened all the time, man. Where the Creator, he like give me, he gives understanding,
Right.
like I know you know what I'm talking about. You sit there, and then you get inspiration, right? And one of the best ones that I ever got, man. I knew, check it out, bro. I knew it was not me. I knew it was not me, brother. This was not me, right? So it came to my mind, and I learned in the OAHSPE that right now we on the earth, right? And it's called the embryo, right? You know, we ain't even born yet. You know that, right? He says that we ain't even born yet, right? And so, there's an account in the Bible where it gives you the story of Mary and the mother of John the Baptist and Mary, right? It said that when Mary came in to greet Elizabeth or whoever, let me see, John the Baptist's mother was Elizabeth. Jesus' mother was Mary. It said that when Mary, while she was pregnant, when Jesus came in the room, Elizabeth was pregnant with John the Baptist. He was 6 months older, right? And it said that as soon as Mary came in the room with Jesus, now I'm gonna force him, man. Hey, Dytrell, hold on a second. Here, the brother we was talking about earlier. I'm gonna force him into the room, man. He liked to stay incognito.
Yeah.
He liked to, Brother Cosman. I'm gonna force him, man. I shouldn't do this, but I like him too much. Do you know this brother? This is the brother I was talking about earlier.
Let me see. I don't think I remember.
I'm gonna force him, man. I'm gonna force this brother to come in. Come on, Daryl. Click on the link, brother. Good brother, man.
Yeah.
I want you to meet him.
Okay.
So anyway, I got the inspiration, right? That's the same that's the same story for us. You know that account where Mary was pregnant with Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Elizabeth was president with look at his excuse. See there, you see how he treat me? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding with him. He said he putting his 1-year-old to sleep. Oh man,
it's all
that's
good.
All right. That's cool. That's the only reason I'll let him go. I'll let him go for that. So that's the story. What the Creator do is he put stories about us in the Bible. Because see, when Mary came in, she was pregnant with Jesus, right? And so was Elizabeth with John the Baptist. It said the babe leapt in the womb. So it's like the light came in, and even while in the womb, John the Baptist leapt. You remember that story? That's talking about faith, this brother. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's talking. Yeah, you knew that.
I do remember that. See? I do remember that.
As soon as you read it, you knew, didn't you? As soon as you read it, you knew, didn't you? Ain't that beautiful? Ain't that beautiful? Because see, what the Creator is doing is he's showing. See, we need that. It just bless your soul, man. Because just like the woman of Revelation 12, how that's us. That's talking about us. You can break that down 6 ways to Sunday, man. You know that?
Yeah.
It's all hey, Dytrell, it's all over the Bible. Did you know? It's all over the Bible, man. You know what I mean? It drives you crazy, man. Once you see the Bible open up like that. I'm sorry, man. See, don't get me started talking, man. You should not have never done that, man. I ain't gonna let you talk, man. Go ahead. I want you to talk to me, man. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I like learning. That's why I've been watching your channel for years, man. Learning, man. I like learning.
Have you been able to reach people? Have you been able to talk to people? What's been your experience?
I haven't never started a channel or nothing like to talk to people because I always been.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but like in your personal life or anything, or have you been able to talk to anybody? Or
I guess I always did it by example. I never used words that much. I just people see what I'm doing and they'll say, "Oh, you look so
right." That's right.
And they'll want to do it too.
Yeah,
and
that's the better way, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of things that I used to say back then came to pass. A lot of things came to pass, and a lot of things I used to see, like especially a lot of stuff that I used to watch on Brother Selah Shalom channel when I was learning about the OAHSPE, and it was telling it was talking about how the goddesses and goddess rode in chariots like UFOs, back then, and how they was found on the moon and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, do you know how big them ships were?
That's what I'm saying.
Can you believe that?
Almost the size of a world. Like, that is crazy.
And they would travel like
galactically.
Yeah. It's like, you can't. This is a whole nother world, man.
Yeah, and then seeing all this stuff come to pass all these years later, with it being on the news every other day a week. They got this chair, they got this light in the sky, this light in the sky. And I was like, man, see, though I should tell you about that. It don't say that in the Bible. It might say something about a chariot in the Bible here and there, like the wheel in the sky with Ezekiel.
I think the world, they know, man. They know about the theories. You know that. They know,
right?
Don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. They learn it, and they hide it from us,
I know,
but
I know
the truth will be revealed.
Yeah. I think we in that time now where
we're in that Cosman era.
In the Cosman era. Hey man, did you see the video where I showed my license plate? I live in Tucson. I live in Tucson, Arizona now. Hey, watch how I set this up. What era are we in?
2026.
No. What OAHSPE era? The Cosman era is the what era? The what era? What era is the Cosman? Say 7th.
7. Okay, 7.
Okay. So there was the 6th before the 7th, right?
All
right. Check out they gave me this. Look at my license plate number for Tucson, Arizona. You ready?
Okay.
Look, this is my license plate number.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Huh? Come on,
That's
man.
crazy. Look at that.
Dude, and man, if I told you the story behind this, I explained it on my video a couple of days ago. Me and the girl, check this out. There's more to the story. I went to the I went to the Tucson motor vehicles, right? And I got these index cards I like to pass out. I got these index cards that I like to pass out. And so I wait. What I do is I wait for people to say something spiritual, right?
Yeah.
So she said something spiritual, and I jumped on her, right? I said, so you spiritual, right? She said, yeah. She said, matter of fact, check this out. You sitting down? You sitting down?
Yeah.
Okay. She said, I've been praying this morning that God would give me a new Bible.
She got one. Look at that. She got one.
After they revived me, I gave her my card. Meaning I had a heart attack, No, I didn't. I'm just kidding with you, man. But you see, I was like, man, no, man, this ain't really happening. She said, I was just praying this morning for a new. She said something spiritual. I gave her my index card. She said, oh right. She said, I was praying this morning that God would give me a new Bible, that He would give me like a new Bible, like a different Bible. It's like for some reason she wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? She wanted a new Bible. You know what I mean? And so I'm like blown away, man. You know what I mean? I'm blown away, and I give her one of my cards, and then she said, "Okay, well, here's your license plate." She said, "Wow, this is a pretty cool license plate," and I had seen it at the time, and she gave it to me, and I was knocked out, man.
That is different, man. That's different.
Man, that's heavy, ain't it?
Yeah. It's like it ain't to say era. Era.
Yeah. Oh man.
And that's what you came into. The seventh era.
Yeah. Well, actually, see, it's like you kind of stretch it a little. I mean, I stretch it a little bit. It's like the six going into the 7. You know, like 6G 7. Era 6 going into the 7.
Into the 7. I see that.
Yeah. So I don't know how I survived that, you know.
Ain't that ironic? And that's the 6 going into the 7, and it's the last time we spoke was 7 years ago, 2019. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
See, man, I ain't gonna be around long, man. You know, because these things can't keep happening to me, man. You know,
man,
and I got a million stories. It's like, you know, the Creator, man. It's like once you take, when you take, it's like one thing I can say, man. When you take the desire for yourself,
right?
When you kill that, right? If you kill that desire to the desire of the self, you know what I mean? The Satan of the self. When you I'm not saying I killed it, you know, 100%, but I'm saying that when you,
one day at a time.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
When you first you need knowledge. Now you can start fighting. Okay. When you learn how to fight, that's the whole key right there. Right. When you get on that road, brother, it's just nonstop.
Exactly.
It's nonstop. It's like, for me, it's been nonstop, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And you've been going for a long time. You've been doing this for a long time, man. I'm talking about for years.
But I only came in OAHSPE
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. But I think, man, you know, the Creator, he tests you. You know what I mean? He tests you, man. Make you go through religion, you know.
Right.
And if you hold on, man, you know.
He saw you had endurance. He saw you had endurance.
I think it's like that for some people.
Yeah. You know how long I've been watching you? I remember I used to watch you when you used to be in your truck, sitting in your truck doing videos. You remember that? You remember that?
Man, you remember them days, man. You remember them days? That's when I was into the Nag Hammadi.
The Nag Hammadi, yeah.
The Nag Hammadi, man. Yeah.
You gave me that book. You gave me that book. Remember, I still got it. Look at that.
Oh man, this is man, a blast from the past, man. Blast from the past. This is fun.
You remember that? You gave me that book. I still got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Nag Hammadi, man. Yep, I was into the Nag Hammadi. Yep.
That's how you got my address. Remember, y'all sent me that book. That's how I got your address. I got my address. Y'all help me out. I remember that, man.
Yep, the Nag Hammadi, man. You know,
everything's coming around full circle.
That was like a bridge. The Nag Hammadi was like a bridge because at that time I was like homeless, and it helped.
Yeah. You teaching about Sophia a lot?
Man, because there was just enough fruit in it to keep me going there.
Right.
It was just enough fruit in there. See, that's the way the Creator, he dealt with me. He had me, I had to go through religion, man. I had to go through Christianity. I had to go through Hebrew Israelites. Then Nag Hammadi, and then the Third Testament. And then I one day I was looking at video, I seen Brother Maine, and then he started reading from the OAHSPE, and that was the end of it. That was the end of a journey right there.
Yeah.
That was the end of the journey right there, man. You know, I had to go through, I had to be tested, man. I mean, some punishing tests. But that's what make it all. And faith is, you know, I know that they got the same. I know that everybody has to go through the same thing. You know, that was just my journey. Everybody's just different, man. You know.
Right. You definitely live and learn. Like me myself, I was going through Christianity. You know, a lot of my uncles and my preachers, you know, still to this day. But you know, I just learned a little deeper. I got Islam in my family. My brother's Muslims, you know, and I was learning Islam too, like connecting all the dots. Because I look at it as a hand, like a hand. These different religions, all of them, but they all come together Yeah, we can be
Actually,
stronger.
yeah, the OAHSPE alludes to that too. The only warning really that I found in the OAHSPE is he warns against false guides. That's the only thing that I see.
Exactly.
That's really the only warning really that I see.
Right.
So I look at people differently. I look at people differently now, man. You don't have to come down on them. You can root for them, but just if you get a chance, man, try to warn them if they are under a deity, and I know the Creator is merciful and gracious, man, but from what I read, man, there is still deception in the world, man. You don't want that's the one thing you don't want. Just that one thing. Stay a good person, doing what you do what is right, man. Do what is right. But just get away from that deity. That's the one thing, man, because there's when I read the OAHSPE, you correct me if I'm wrong, man, but a lot of people come under deception, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there ain't no other way to put it,
For sure.
And go ahead.
Like I was gonna say, like they tell you in the OAHSPE that the All High, the Creator, used a lot of that to make eventually people, what it seems like they're doing wrong, eventually in the end turn out to be good, bring them together, It seems like
everybody's gonna make the resurrection anyway.
Exactly. They're gonna be redeemed at their own level and be, and be healed.
Yeah.
Like weaned off of this, weaned off, like say if you had an alcohol addiction or whatever, they're gonna be weaned off of like a baby off a bottle,
Yeah. See, that's what turned me on to the OAHSPE when I got rid of that burden, man. Of having to come down on my brother. You know what I mean? I got why do I always got to damn him to hell? Why? When I was an Israelite, I got kind of tired of that, man.
I remember.
I don't like that. That's why
I didn't either.
Yeah, I did it, man, but I was going against my spirit, man.
Right. I didn't know, like I said, we didn't know at first. We were still learning. That's why I say like we based in this knowledge. Because even when you look at it, a lot of the Ethereal gods and goddesses and lords, they're like 100,000+ years old, and they still learning from the higher ones over them.
Yeah, that's that's right. Yeah.
So man, one day at a time.
Can you imagine where they live though?
Exactly.
Can you even imagine that?
Like us right now. Like we just met again right now after 7 years. Some of them are meeting again with their brothers and sisters. Like after 7,000 years, they meet up again on their journeys. Cross paths, and they're like, "Wow, I haven't seen you, brother and a sister, in 70,000 years." And they converse about what they learned in the meantime, in between time. You see?
Wow, man. Man, I was reading about them the other day, man, and they totally free of the vibration of the earth. They clean off of the vibration. How do you like that?
Man? That's why you even have to eat a certain way just to get visited.
Clean. You know what I mean? That means that they got no triggers.
Exactly.
I can't even imagine that, man. And then I was sitting there saying, man, Serpenta Armage, she way out there, man. I'm way back here. You know what Serpenta Armage is? She's one of the female goddesses. Serpenta Armage. She's one of the female goddesses.
Okay, now I haven't read that one yet. Now
I was sitting here saying, man, I think she's she's one of the books of the OAHSPE, and she's one of the female goddesses. She was an Etherean, nope, she was a Nirvanian goddess. Outside, I was sitting here thinking, man, she's way up there, man. I'm way back here, man. Laughing at myself, but trying to imagine, man. We in these.
That's what I'm saying, man. Light years away.
But see, it gives you something to look forward to. See, that's the thing right there.
No, I was just gonna say it's like they're light years away, but yet so close.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing, man. It's the thing, man, that is when you get released from
Mhm.
when you get set free, man, like only the create you it's hard to describe that, to be able to break that bondage
Mhm.
of religion. That's something only the creator can do, man. You
Oh
know,
yeah, for sure, for
you
sure.
know,
He's like winging you off the bottle like a baby. The baby's gonna keep crying. He want this, he want that, he want the
yeah,
Bible, he
yeah,
want the Bible,
yeah,
he
yeah,
want the
yeah, yeah,
Bible. You
yeah,
see, he want the
yeah.
Bible.
That's it,
But
man.
he
That's
gets you
the
off the
world too.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
He gets you off
learning
that Bible.
experience. It's a learning experience for your behind, man.
Yeah.
To
Yes.
see for the Bible to come alive and to show you light and darkness, man. And yeah,
Mhm.
you don't want to be harsh, and to see that people are in that condition. We live in a world where that's the condition of the world, and there's not really too much that you can do about it, but exercise your sending up vibrations to whoever it
Right,
is that's on your mind or your heart, to angels, to work to get them out of that situation is pretty much all that you can really do. But
right,
it's a temporary thing, man. It's a temporary thing, and that's what keeps me going, because I know
right.
that I have loved ones that didn't know about the OAHSPE, were tied to the earth. And so when you
Mhm.
know now the creator's plan, then
Yeah.
you can live with that.
Exactly. Renew your mind and heart every day. Your mental strength and your
Yeah.
spiritual strength every day, like it say in songs. Like the book, like it got a lot of truth in the Bible, but it got a lot of lies as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
see,
That's
they
the
they
truth.
they mixed they mixed it
That
like a good soup.
yes, yeah. See, that's the only way you're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're
Right.
gonna put somebody in bondage, man. You got to give them. See, because those guys, they had to go to prophet school, and they had to get to
Oh
that
yeah.
position after a whole lot of
It
years.
it took
So
it took years. It took 11 years. Like that's a generation according to the OAHSPE. It took 11 years for certain people even to arise to a prophet level.
I
And
read the
teach it.
5 degrees of a newbie the other.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, in order for them to get to that level, man, they have to go through like gods to get to certain levels. You got to go through like
Right.
thousands, and some of them still fall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And they get
it's like,
and they get picked back up by their brothers and sisters after a while. Yeah.
yeah, they don't stay in that condition.
Right.
So,
Right.
but it just show you, man, that the power of if the creator, he's got to break that bondage that's in the world. And if he does, well, he will either on the earth or in the spirit.
Right.
So
That's
that's one
that's
thing.
that's true.
That's yeah, that's the good thing. And we live, man, this world need all the good news it can get, man. And
Right.
we
That's
just so
that's
happen
another
to,
reason. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's another
no,
reason
it's all
why
right.
Yashu, when they say Jesus, that's why he said some of you would do greater than me, greater things than I do, like
Oh,
because like you
oh,
just
oh, oh,
yeah,
oh, oh,
yeah, yeah.
oh, oh,
Like you just was saying how a lot of different
oh, that was nice. That was
yeah,
nice, brother. That was
right.
pretty good, man. Yeah, see
It's so
there? You
true when you
see,
think
you
about it.
see, that's all over the Bible. You know that?
It's all over, yeah.
Yep, that is. See, he said that I have many things to tell you, but you cannot receive them now.
Right, right.
You know.
You see?
Well, brother, you bless my soul, man.
And man, it's all love, man. I'm so
You
glad I
bless
finally got in
my
touch.
soul, man. Thanks for remembering me, man. I can't
Oh, I never,
believe I didn't see you in the chat. I don't know
yeah.
how that could
It
happen, man.
it wasn't always this channel right here. I had an old channel. It was called Prosper and Be Great, and that's an old channel. It probably was that one too in your chat. like I say, I got a bad problem with forgetting my password sometimes, so I always have to make a new channel or a new page or something. But yeah, I was in there.
Did you write down my email?
Not yet. Let me go get a pen, and I will. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Oh wow! Thank you, Jehovah. That was not, man. That was nice, man. Blast from the past. That was very nice.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay, take down my email
Mm-hmm.
and send me email so I could have your email so I could send you the 6-volume set.
Okay.
Israelite94@yahoo.com.
All right.
Israelite94@yahoo.com.
Israelite94@yahoo.com. Okay, I got you.
Yahoo.com.
All right.
And Wednesday we're gonna start.
I got you. I wrote it down.
Okay. Wednesday I'm gonna start broadcasting the Bible study that we have on Wednesday. I do my lives on Tuesday and Friday, but now I'm gonna start broadcasting the Bible study. I'm not gonna be. I'm just sharing the Bible study. It's not gonna be me talking, but I'm gonna be in it. But I'm gonna share the Bible study. You might like that. So if you get a chance, be on the lookout for that. It's just other brethren who get together, and we have a Bible study. The doctor, he conducts it. I put up a video of him the other day, so that's gonna be fun, man. You know, but the spirit. Did you see? Well, were you here when I was talking about the No Kings rally?
I don't know.
Anyway, that was earlier in the video, man.
Okay.
You know, the spirit, like it says in Book of Acts, my spirit shall fall. I shall. What does he say? My spirit. I will send my spirit on your sons and daughters, and they shall prosper.
They shall prosper into the world.
Yeah. See that spirit. That spirit, because we in the cosmic era. But brother, anyway, I got to stop myself because you do not get me started, brother. Okay,
I know.
You don't want. Don't start talking to me, man. You know. I think I've been saying that for about 10 or so years, man. You know.
Yeah.
Don't get me started talking, man. You know?
That's another thing that always kept me going back to your channel, man. How serious you took it. That's how serious I was, taking it in the beginning, and still is. But it's just like you said, when you first start out with it, you have this zeal. What's the word? Zeal. Zeal leads forward. You be so into it, and you still got that after all these years, man. You still strong minded, just like that.
I think, man, when the creator, see, that's why I like to try to lift brothers up, man, because what we got inside is you should not nobody should treat that lightly, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we need somebody to tell us, and it ain't no light thing to find the OAHSPE. It is no small thing, man.
Right.
And so, brother, man, you really blessed my soul, brother. So
yeah, man, mine too, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everything y'all did. I really do.
So just make sure you send me the address, and as soon as I get it, then I'm gonna punch in the 6-volume set. So with your permission, man, I'm gonna pray and close the video.
All right, yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother.
All right. Good to see you too.
All right. So, brethren, thank you for joining me Tuesday and Friday. And then also, I didn't put the links in the description area, but if there's a brother or sister, you need a charity, well, you can't see the link. Israelite 94. And then Also, remember the website for ministry and information. So, brethren, thank you for joining me. Jehovah, thank you for this opportunity to try to redeem the time. And for my brother remembering me and blessing my soul and coming on the video. And Jehovah, I pray for my brethren scattered. And we're fighting a battle while we're on the earth. And we need the Ashars to influence us mightily so we can redeem the time. Jehovah, thank you. In your name, we give thanks and praise. So let it be. Brother, Creator bless you, man.
Oh, yeah. You as well. Creator bless you always and forevermore. You know?
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll see you later. Check me out again, okay?
All right. And I'll email you soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Peace.